So hello everyone, welcome to this another video of Spring REST playlist. I'm Abhishek Verma and in today's video we are going to learn about matrix variables. We will see how to accept input from the user as a matrix variable. We will also see whether it is better or not as compared to the path variable as well as the request param. So without wasting any more time, let's directly get started and see how the things are going to look like.
So now we are in the IDE, and before we start with our today's demo, first of all, let's do a quick recap for the previous demo. For this, we'll go to this demo 5. Let's go to this UML diagram. And here, as always, let me just increase the size. I hope by now it should be on your tips that how our overall structure looks like. So here, first of all, as you can see, we are having a demo class, which was nothing much in the Spring REST project. Then we were having the exception here. We are having the controller class. We are having the service layer. From the controller, we were invoking the service. From the service, we were invoking the repository. Repository was made with Spring Data JPA. Beside this, if you see, we were having the entity classes here. So it was the owner entity class, which is having one-to-one relationship with the pet entity class. Under pet, we were having domestic pet and the wild pet. Both of them were having a parent as base, and we were not having a table for base in the database. You can tell me in the comments why. I have already told so many times. Then we were also having the DTO classes, owner DTO, pet DTO, gender, pet type, and all these things. And the mapper was also available here. Yeah. And the important thing out of all these, because as you see, this overall structure is going to be repeated almost in all the demos now. Okay. So main part is this owner controller only. So in the owner controller, if you remember, last time we saw that there exists something like request param. So initially we started with request body, which is a complete different way to accept a whole object into the body. Then we learned about path variable. Now the thing is, the path variable, we can provide something like this. The benefit of path variable is that you can have any number of path variables in your URL. They can exist at any part of your URL, which means they can be at the end, they can be in the starting, they can be in between also. Obviously, you are not going to provide in the starting, okay? But they can be in the middle as well as at the end. They can be used with the combination of request body also, as well as request param, or there can be multiple path variables. Besides this, we learned about request param. Now, request params are generally used when you want to query something or when you just want to search something on a bigger criteria. Like as I gave you an example that here we were making usage of start date and end date. Another examples can be that you go to Google and you just search something for it. Another thing is, if you noticed that whenever you are making usage of Amazon or Flipkart or some other websites like this, you just check their URLs. In their URLs also, you will see they are making usage of the request params, because then you are having so many conditions that this is the product. It should be from this brand. It should be like for this particular thing, it should be variable, or it can be something like this, or I mean, there are so many filters and everything. Okay. So that was also request param. The drawback of request param is that although it's very good to use and it's very easy to use, URL is also short only in order to write. But the drawback is you can always use request param at end of URLs only. You can't use request param in between the URL. Okay. So this was something here. And now let's jump on with our today's demo and see what is the new way which we are going to learn today. So let's go to this demo 6. Again, I'll just show you the main part. So for this, let's start with repository. So this is the new method which we have added here, that is find by city and state. So you can provide city, you can provide state, and it is going to search easily because you know in our owner we have both city and state. Then this repository will be obviously invoked from the service layer. I'll directly show the service sample. So here you see these two are the old methods till now, and this is going to be our new method. So we are accepting a city, we are accepting a state. Then although we are having some validations here, let me first of all show this main part. So what we are doing, we are directly invoking the repository method. I will be getting a list of owner, then I will be converting it to a stream, then to a list of owner DTO, and I will be returning it as it is. As simple as that. Okay. And before this, I'm just making some simple checks that city should not be null, state should not be null, First of all, we are checking for the city. So even if city itself is null, we are not going to check for the state. Directly we are going to throw the exception. Exceptions, again, I'm taking from this messages.properties file, which is going to look something like this. Yeah, city should not be null, state should not be null, and something like this. Okay, so this is how our service IMPL is going to look like, guys. Simple, nothing much. Let's go to the controller. So controller, again, almost everything. These first two methods are same from the previous one. I just kept it so that for you it is easy to compare at the end. Okay, so only for that purpose I kept these only. I removed the request body part from here. In the next demo, we will bring back the request body things. Yeah. Now, this is the method. Get all owners by city and state. And you see what I'm doing. I'm simply accepting city and state and I'm passing to the service layer. If everything goes fine, I will be saying okay. And in case if there is any conflict, so I will be saying here conflict, you can say bad request or anything else also. It is not going to matter much till this point of time. Okay. Now the main thing is that we need to provide annotation to this new method also. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this particular one and I'm going to pass it on here, something like this. As of now, you see what I have done. By default, I'm considering it as path variable. Okay. So let's see if I wish to take city and this as a path variable, how I would like to take. So I can say something like this city, and then I will be saying it as something like this as state. Looking good. Okay. Nothing wrong in this. But again, the point, as I said, REST is an architectural style, not a protocol. No one is going to stop you if you are doing something like this. But is it going to be readable? The answer is no. It is not going to be readable. Yeah. So that is going to be one issue. Or as of now, let me show you how it is going to look like even if you try to start. Otherwise, you will say that, okay, Abhishek, you were just reading through the things and you didn't explain it well. So yeah, there it goes. So first of all, it says, okay, I forgot to connect it with the database. Let me do something. I'll just click on this open config first of all. And from here, let's go to the previous demo. Let's go to environment and let's copy these two variables. So I will be saying here copy, and let's come back to this demo 6 and here let's paste the thing. I mean, these are your data JP issues and everything. Okay, because as you see in our application.properties file where it went here, we were not providing username and password directly. That's the issue. Okay. Now let me again give it a try and let's see whether it is going to work or not. So if it will work, which means that we can end this video soon. So here, yeah, it says it is working fine and it was able to start. Okay, so yeah, that's it. It's good then. So let's hit the thing so we can directly provide city and state. I already made demo 6 here in the postman to make your jobs easier. I also made this find owners by location. And we don't need this. Let me see here Chandigarh, and after this here let me see here Chandigarh. I know it sounds bad if we write this, so we need to make it as Chandigarh. So now, so here you see this one is working fine. It's not an issue as such. Okay, I mean for this one it is working fine, but still the problem is that this one is almost looks similar to this. Okay, I mean it's not even much more readable also if you see. Yeah. So here also you see there is only one. I mean it is directly taking path variables. This one is also directly taking the path variables. So although this one is not giving any errors as such, but not much readable. Like from this, can you explain me which one is the city, which one is the state? Okay, because Chandigarh is the capital of Chandigarh. It's a union territory. Okay, but you can't explain me. Yeah, that is the point. So in this one, again the main part, let's try to make it more readable. So what we will do is we will go here and let's add it something like this, filter, and we are going to say filter by location, something like this. So I will be writing it as filter by location. And now I hope this one looks much more better than the previous one. Okay, so now we can say filter by location. And how is it going to look like here? So if I show you, so now it will be like this, filter by location. Okay, obviously I need to restart, then only it is going to work. But still there are some more things. Another thing here is that now you see this city and state is, it's not something I can give any city, I can give any state. That is not possible here. Okay. I need to go with a particular combination only. Within this city should be available within that state. I can't say that I will be giving an example of Mumbai and then I will say Gujarat. That will not work. With Mumbai, I need to give it as Maharashtra only. With some other city, I need to give that particular state only. Yeah. So for such a things which are so much interrelated with each other in your URLs, at that point of time, instead of it, what I want is, I want these two things even a bit more related to them. Okay. So for this, what I will do is I will make it something like this: location. Yeah. So I will just create one more, and here I'm not going to say city, and I will be directly saying it as location. As simple as that. Location. And now this one is going to look something like this. Location, guys. Okay. So here we are directly going to provide the location. You will say, okay, Abhishek, this is not even working. I mean, it's giving the errors here. So just wait for a few minutes. It will start working. So now if I have given the location here, then what I want is, I want it to be something like this, that I can say here this location, that this is the one. And within this location, I wish to see this as something like this, that my city is this and my state is this. Don't you think so? This one is more better. So I'm saying filter by location. Then within the location, what is the exact location? City is Chandigarh, state is Chandigarh, something like this. Or you can say city is Mumbai, state is Maharashtra, something like this. Okay. So I'm not making usage of ampersand here. I'm not making usage of slash here. I'm making usage of this semicolon here. Now, how this semicolon is going to work? By only writing the location? Answer is no. Because if you will only write location, how it will be able to read so many things? So the thing is that if you clearly notice it, in order to notice it clearly, I guess I need to increase the size a bit. Yeah. So now if you clearly notice is, after this semicolon, this particular part, if you see, doesn't it looks like a key value pair, where city is a key, Chandigarh is the value, state is the key, Chandigarh is the value. It's like a map kind of a thing. Okay. So what I will be doing after this particular part is that here obviously I will be saying location. Again, it can be any name as such, whatever you want there. Okay. And I will be making it as a map of a string, comma, string. So I'm going to write it like this, and post that I will be saying here that for that location. So obviously I will be writing their location, and for that location, these are going to be my parameters. Okay. So I'm saying java.util.map, and these are going to be my parameters. Now from this particular map, I will be taking a city. So I will be saying here get, and then you remember that my key is city here. So I will be providing it like this, and same way I will be doing with this particular state also. I will be saying here something like this and something like this. Okay. So now I will be taking it as a map. So I have taken it. But the thing is how to provide this map within this particular string. That comes up a question. So in order to provide this map within that particular string or within that particular path variable, we need our new annotation. And that is going to be look something like this. That is matrix variable. Okay. So that's the thing. And within this, you need to write bit more things. And that is, you need to write it like this. Location. And yeah, this is how it is going to look like, guys. I know you will say that, okay, Abhishek, isn't it too much? The answer is, trust me, it is too much. Okay. So, and that I will tell you at the end also. Okay. But trust me, even I will say it is too much. Okay. Just to make it more readable. So here we said location here. This location directly corresponds to this one. So we are saying this is going to be my location. Then within this path variable. So within this path variable location, I'm saying it is going to be a map. And now it will start working fine. So let me just execute it again, and we will be going here. So there. Yeah. I guess it started working. Now let's execute the same. So now you see again it is working fine, but this URL is working fine. So this location, I mean this first word location, here the word as it is refers to your path variable, and then this city and state are the part of your map here, and this is how your matrix param is going to work fine, guys. Okay, so this was the next thing which we call as matrix variable, or I mean in other common terms you can call it as matrix param, but exact annotation is matrix variable. Yeah. So this was the new way. Now the question comes up is that, I mean, isn't it too difficult to write something like this? The answer is yes, it is difficult, but there is a still limited use case. Okay, and the limited use case was this only, which I mentioned you. Yeah, that is these kind of matrix variable you will be using when you will feel that two or more parameters are much more interrelated with each other. So like your city and state. So in that case, you can make usage of matrix variable. Another use cases can be, let's say I ask you to search a location on map on the basis of latitude and longitude. So in that case also, latitude and longitude is again going to be a combination as such. Yeah, you can't just randomly make usage of any values, then it is not going to work fine. So that latitude longitude is also a combination. So whenever your requirement is such that it's a particular combination, then we make usage of matrix variable. Okay, now you will say, okay Abhishek, we understood about all those combinations and everything, but can't we make usage of request param instead of going something difficult, because it's looking bigger to write like this and we prefer those ampersands and everything? My answer will be yes, you can make usage of request param. There is no harm in that. Okay, I mean REST is best, that's why REST is the best. You can make usage of everything, it will still work fine. You will say here a city, you will say here a state, you will say two request params, and it will start working fine. There is no issues. Interestingly, nowadays commonly most of the times we either make usage of path variable and request param. These are the only things which are used. Hardly you will see that someone is making usage of matrix variable. Trust me, till now in my complete career of 7 or 7.5 years, I have never made usage of matrix variable. Okay, that's the reality. And that's why, like in the real world also, I just tried so many things. I even asked ChatGPT, I even asked Gemini, I even asked Grok and all others, but even they were not able to tell me if there is some real use case or real examples of matrix variables nowadays. Like for the request param, I was able to give you from Google search, Amazon search and everything. For matrix variable, it isn't much. Okay, so my goal for this particular video was just to show you that okay, there exists something like this also. Because it may happen that maybe I haven't used it till now, maybe others are not using it till now, but you are stuck in a project which makes usage of matrix variable. Then where will you search for this thing? I mean, you will just go to Google, you will just go to YouTube, and you won't get anything out of it. Okay, so that was my only purpose, to explain you the concept of matrix variable. Otherwise, I don't say that you should be making usage of this. And in this whole playlist also, our main focus will be on request body, path variable and request param. But yeah, I hope it was something new to learn, and by this way you may be watching one more video also. So yeah, that's it for this video guys, and hope to see you in next video with another interesting topic. And trust me, that is going to be of much more usage for you guys. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.